Good morning, trade pros. Welcome to Morning Market Update for Thursday, August 9th of 2018. This is George from TRADEPRO Academy. I got the amigos here as well. Marky in the corner and Victoria over there lazily moving about this morning. All right, so we got a pretty good update for you guys today. We're going to talk about a few things, Japan and U.S. Trade negotiation that's going to be ongoing today. And last but not least, an SEC inquiry into Elon Musk. I'll give you guys a scoop. And it's funny because I mentioned this. I said, at some point, the SEC's got to step in and investigate this. It's a very fishy transaction. Steven and I talked about in the trading room that the real problem wasn't the tweet saying, hey, you know what, I'm looking for acquisition. The real problem is the fact that he said, number one, funding secured, and number two, the target price of the share. That could get him in big trouble. We'll talk about it in a moment. All right, first and foremost, let's go over some key earnings last night. Michael Kors up 6.7% on strong earnings and really strong sales. And 21st Century Fox up 0.2% on strong cable revenues. That's odd to me. It seems odd that people are still watching cable. But I mean, hey, why not, right? Sports are hard to stream. That's one thing that keeps people on the cable platforms. Yelp up 15.1% following a more positive outlook. So good earnings so far in the morning from key companies. CVS Health up 4.2% by stronger prescription drug sales, so that's good as well. All right, let's take a tour around the world. Asia, Japan's down 0.2%, Hong Kong up 0.9%, China up 1.8%, India up 0.4%. There remains a recovery in China from the sell-off on trade wars, and you're seeing an upside come out on decent volume in these Asian markets. They were strong today. All right, in London, or in Europe rather, London is down 0.7%, Paris is down 0.2%, and Frankfurt's up 0.2% also. So markets slowing down heading into the European equity session. All right, and also futures in the United States, Dow's up 0.1%, S&P's up 0.1%, Nasdaq's up 0.1%. Across the board, small gains, mostly flat in today's session. So it's interesting to see markets starting to fizzle out. I do think we're getting a little bit more sideways price action here. And in order to make money in these type of markets, you got to adjust your strategy. You can't be looking for 10, 15-point winners on your trades. It's not September, all right? September, October, November, these things pick up. But the next couple of weeks, you got to go with your range-bound, low volatility trading strategy, because the volatility that you will get in these markets will most likely be news-based. So what do you do? Three things. I always talk about this. Number one, trade less often, so less frequency, less trades on a daily basis. Number two, trade smaller positions, that's less size. And number three, take quicker profits and or losses. Just get in and then get out. Whenever you get a chance, get out. Don't wait for, we like to get greedy when you get close to our target. Oh, look, we're one tick away from our target. Oh, it's going to hit it. It's going to hit it. And then it goes down and hits your stop loss. I'll tell you this. Taking one tick profit less looks way better on your trading journal and feels way better to your trading psychology than getting one tick shy of your profit and getting stopped out, even if it's at break even. That feels like crap. I can tell you that personally. So that's the idea behind these three things. All right. Also, I want to give you an update on Friday morning at 9 a.m. When we do this YouTube video, I'm going to turn around and screen share with you guys, and you are invited to our live day trading room for one day on the house. On the house. That is tomorrow. Tomorrow is Friday. So tomorrow you guys are invited to trade with us. It's a Friday. It'll be a little bit slower, but you guys could tune in and see what we do in our live trading room and how we do it. This is how we do it. You guys remember that Montel Jordan song? It came in my head for some reason. All right. Crude oil is flat today, but rallied off of the lows of yesterday. Gold's up 0.1 percentage point. And Bitcoin is up 1.1%, but still in the mid to low 6,000s. It's found its range there, and I think it'll stay in that area. Okay, so at 9 a.m., we have Fed's Evans conditions and monetary policy speech. 10 a.m., wholesale trade. 10:30, natural gas inventory. 1 p.m., 18 billion 30-year note auction. And at 4:30, we have the Fed balance sheet and money supply. So we got a number of reports here this morning and throughout the day that should give some volatility to this market. All right. Another thing I want to mention to you before we cover the two topics is this. We have our FOREX course launching on Monday. The gentleman here worked really hard. I was going to just give Victorio some accolades, but he just left. So probably went to his other office. And Mark as well. Mark's been putting in a lot of work. This is Marky right here. He waved. And yeah, I'm really proud of what they've accomplished and what they've put together. I think this is the best Forex course you're going to get anywhere because of the sheer amount of work and attention to detail that we've put into this thing. And you're going to see that once you check it out. You're going to say, wow, it's going to blow your mind. It launches on Monday. So in preparation for this launch, we're doing a webinar at 8 p.m. Eastern time on Monday, August the 13th, to give everyone a chance from the West Coast to join as well. East Coast people put their kids to sleep and join. So it's a nice time frame, 8 p.m. on Monday Eastern. Find the link in the description below. Very important. All right. Also in there, we're going to announce a really big change with our business, which gives you a huge opportunity. And that's all I'm going to say. All right? I can't let the cat out the bag. Now let's move forward. Japan, the world's third largest economy, is going to be with the United States for a round of trade talks today in Washington. Economic Revitalization Minister Toshimitsu Motegi is going to try to avoid tariffs on car exports and stress the significance of multilateral free trade. And what they want to try to do is get the United States to return back to the Trans-Pacific Partnership, the TPP. All right. Japan will face some demands from the U.S. Trade Representative Robert Lighthizer, I don't know. Robbie Boy. I've always struggled with his last name. Including a trade deficit reduction and further opening of Japanese automobile and agricultural markets to the U.S. So that's their kind of side of the stakes. You could watch currency pair U.S. dollar, Japanese yen. That'll have probably the most volatility. And obviously, I mean, it won't have the most volatility, but the most opportunity on decent size. Because everybody knows, what's the most volatile yen pair? The GBP, British pound, Japanese yen, right, Marky? Oh, sorry. Yeah. Marky knows the deal. I don't even know if you heard what I said, but he said exactly. So I got his endorsement. Marky's a Forex trader guy. All right. The SEC, let's talk about Tesla, is making an inquiry into the recent tweets of Elon Musk. Here's the problem with Musk's tweet. It was a musky smelling tweet because he said, I'm thinking about taking this thing private. Funding secured at $4.20 per share. So here's the thing. We know that Elon Musk wants to squeeze out shorts. We know that he hates the shorts. I would say he should focus more on hitting production targets and the future development of the company versus looking for short-term price moves. Because he himself has said, look, guys, short-term price moves and short-term thinking sucks. That's why I want to take this company off the public market and go private. But then he's trying to short squeeze sellers out of the stock on a short-term basis. So it's a little bit contradicting there. However, I'll tell you this. If there wasn't funding secured, and at this point it becomes a legal issue. So if he said funding secured and there wasn't funding secured, like a written deal that says, here's this institution XYZ, we give you $70 billion. It doesn't have to be just one. It could be multiple institutions. All right. If he does not have funding secured, he's going to have massive shareholder lawsuits. All right. Huge. I'm talking, whatever they lost plus damages on top of that. So it becomes a really tricky situation for him. Nobody knows. But here's the question. If there was a $70 billion deal, I feel like some of the institutions or some of the money would come forward and say, yeah, we back this idea. But you haven't heard of it. Not a lawyer, not a company, nothing. It's a little bit troubling for Elon Musk that he would do that, number one. And number two, the blowback and repercussions could be vast. All right. This opens the table for massive shareholder lawsuits against them. That could be trouble. All right. Anywho, the SEC is opening up their own investigation now. So aside from shareholder backlash and potential lawsuits, SEC is making their own inquiries regarding the situation. And the SEC has got tremendous power to do whatever they like. You shut down your trading account, shut down anything, and just say, let us see what you're doing. And you have to come up with statements. All right. So they're kind of like the IRS and the government for tax. That's what the SEC is for securities. All right. It's the Securities and Exchange Commission for one reason. All right. So that's something that we have to remember here. And this deal may, if it is actually factual and it's $4.20 per share, Tesla shares will go to $4.20. All right. They'll get there very quickly. If, however, any of this was fabricated or was an attempt just for a little short squeeze, like a little bit of a gimmick or a trick, Elon Musk is in deep you know what. And yeah, that's all I'm going to say. If you're long Tesla stock and you believe this thing is going to go through, hold on to some of it. If you are a long-term shareholder and you don't really care about the next 2 months, all you care is about 10 years from now, then you're going to have a chance to buy into this deal. And if you don't and it drops, then buy more. You're a long-term investor. What can I tell you? You just close your eyes and buy. What could go wrong? Yeah, that's how I feel about it. Thought I'd bring that out to you. You need to know that. I also found it interesting that a couple of days ago we said, there's going to be investigation. This is a very fishy tweet. And a few days later, we're proven right with the SEC launching an investigation. And I promise you, I didn't rat out Elon Musk to the SEC. All right, this Twitter thing's public. All right, guys, that's what I got for you. Tomorrow, we're going to spin around and have you join us for the trading room. Today, however, we're going to have to say goodbye. Thank you for tuning in. Have yourself a great day. Remember the 3 rules for low volatility summer trading. Use them today and you should do well. All right? You will do well. Not should. I believe in you. You will do well. I will see you guys tomorrow morning. All the best. Thank you for tuning in. Have a great day. Manage your risk. Trade like a TRADEPRO. Goodbye. All right, YouTube. See you later. Trade pros in the room. Let's set up some trades. Draw some levels. Get ready for some trading action. There's going to be some